Welcome to your daily focus for August the 17th, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now we have the 17th. The 17th is the Star card. Seeing where we can make the impossible possible. Seeing how we can go forward. Seeing how we can step into new beginnings. Seeing how we can reach our goals, our destination. So today should be a very optimistic day just because it is the number 17. Look at this, we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands we stand on rock here. We stand on solid. And we look out into the horizon. And we imagine what can be, where we can go, the people we can meet, the things we can do, the things we can experience, create, invent, enjoy. Page of Wands. Page of Wands is, the page is a very young energy. And so it's being childlike in believing. I mean, when we're little, we believe in the fairy tales. We believe all those stories. And Page of Wands is thinking outside the box, thinking about where you can go, what you can do, what you can accomplish. So this is a little bit of our blinders fly off today. We start to imagine the impossible being possible. And the King of Swords. King of Swords now, here's a gentleman that is full of passion. He's strong, he's determined. Look at him, he's in full armor there. He's ready to go to battle for what he wants. So we have some interesting cards on the board today, and it really reflects with the number 17. With the King of Swords there right next to the Page of Wands, though, be careful not to ignore something that you have to pay attention to, whether it's a responsibility or an obligation or something that you need to take care of. Maybe it's a conversation you need to have. Maybe it's a place that you need to be. Stay responsible. Meet your obligations today. Okay, because with those two together, and if I look at it here, you can look at it too. The Page is just kind of looking over at the King like, look at me, I'm having this great time. I'm going to travel the world. I'm going to create wondrous things. And the King is looking directly at us going, do you get this, kid? Really? He thinks it's going to be that easy, that simple, and we are naive in the Page energy. So we might be playing a little bit of devil's advocate within our own conversations with ourselves through reflection, through meditation, through prayer. I can do it. Let's get real about it. I can do it. Now let's get grounded here. But the energy is really pulling us towards looking out into the horizon, seeing what we can accomplish. We just finished the full, we're still in the full moon energy with the full moon eclipse just behind us, and we are going towards the solar eclipse, the new beginnings, the new start. So we are looking towards the future of the things that we want to start in our life, the plans that we are making for our lives. We are looking and seeking the adventure, and we are weighing things out. How can this be? I mean, we stand at the brink, but look at how far down that boat is there. How do we even get to the boat to start that journey? This is a day where we feel the strength underneath our feet. That we feel that we have the tools, the capabilities, the empowerment, the courage to go forward. And this is a dream building day. It's not so much of what I was going to say with the full moon is usually I get a lot of readings in that period of time where it's about closure. It's about healing. It's about endings. More so than it is looking towards the future and the new beginnings and the seeds that we're going to be planting when the new moon arrives on the 21st. But here, this energy, the solar energy is, or the solar eclipse energy is pulling us, drawing us towards our dreams of what we want to accomplish, and what we want to do, of what we want to become. With the page and the king here together, side by side, be careful that you don't spend your entire day daydreaming, getting lost in, the page of wands. I mean, he's just having fun there. He's enjoying life. And so we have to be careful that we are not losing sight on our responsibilities or obligations, because I think that with the king behind it, it could come back that we are called out for it. So we need to keep that balance in our life today. What do we have there? We have our orange little cat there, leading the way. Doesn't that cat look like he knows where he's going? Unlike the page of wands, he's just out there having fun and maybe seeing something and just, aha, like, look at that, look at this, and seeing it with new eyes or for the first time. And that's how we could be seeing our dreams, our hopes, our desires today. Like it's appearing for the first time, like we can do it. So really honor your passions, your inner child, your happiness, your joy today. Absolutely. With the King of Swords here, we can be making some very definite plans on how to go forward. And the two combined, I think we have to really watch that we don't get lost in one world or the other. We don't want to just bury ourselves in doing things, but we don't want to spend the whole day in the R&R kind of energy either. We need to find that balance between the two. We need to meet our responsibilities so we can go out and enjoy and smell the roses and have fun and relax and seek fun and joy and experience the manifestation of your dreams within your own thoughts. Now let's get the good tarot out here for an affirmation that we can say today. So, it's futuristic thinking here with this layout. We are looking towards our tomorrow. We are imagining where we are going, what we want to accomplish, what we want to create, who we want to become. Setting out on our dreams and our goals and our desires in our mind, I think, more than action. But we do have 2 wands. And we are in full armor by the end of the day. Here with the King of Swords. But I think that's really calling us to be a little bit balanced in our thoughts and our approaches and what we already have to do for responsibilities and obligations today. And also take the time to reward your inner child. To seek out joy and happiness and fun and pleasure. And, I keep getting with this that, you see things for the very first time if you want to, and your breath is taken away by the beauty or the message that lays behind it. Or we have the 3 of Earth. The 3 of Earth. And teamwork, building on solid foundations, group efforts, and dedicated collaboration. What I am building is grounded in a solid foundation. I know I can trust that it will not slip away suddenly. I am joined by others in coordinated efforts to bring forth what we have chosen to co-create. The architecture of my dreams is becoming tangible, taking shape before me, and I share my joy and pride with my partners and supporters. Teachers and students, we are all learning, growing, and building. So it's very much about the architect of my dreams is becoming tangible. The impossible that I was dreaming about is starting to look very possible to me. So this raises your self-confidence. This raises your empowerment. This raises your courage, this kind of energy today. So trust that things won't slip away. You know, we've all come through this very hard energy um, for several years, very hard energy, where every time we thought we were getting somewhere, accomplishing something, it seemed like that was pulled away and something new was thrown at us. And it was challenge after challenge after challenge. And when you start to get in that kind of energy, it's hard to realize that that energy is now past. That what you were working on, what you were building, what you were dreaming of will stay, that it won't slip through your fingers, that it will empower you and you will empower it. We'll get our wise animals out here. I love the imagery on these cards. You know, it's almost like there should be a story behind this woman, this angel. All right, I guess we have to make our own story with this deck. Of our strength, of our empowerment, of believing in ourselves, believing in our dreams, believing in what we can accomplish, of what we can do. Let it be. Everybody's singing a Beatles song right now with Let It Be. We got the little hedgehog out here, and he's singing Let It Be, Release and Time Out. With the past, I have nothing to do, nor with the future, and I live in the now. So don't get lost in the futuristic dreams too much. And definitely, there is nothing here really pulling you to the past today unless you consciously go there. The energy really won't be pulling you in that direction unless you will it to. But it's the now that's important, and it's finding the happiness and the joy and the security and the well-being and the confidence and the courage all in the now. Hedgehog reminds you to stop putting so much fear into your life and instead just let it be. Sometimes when you give your issue breathing room, it corrects itself. When we experience fear or frustration, we immediately tense up our body, our mind, spirit, which hinders the flow of what we do want to come to us. And we begin to visualize everything that we don't want instead of what we do. Shift your thoughts to what you want and not what you don't want. There is a lesson in every life test, even though it can be painful. By being grateful instead of angry, we weigh the emotion and begin to gently heal and release itself from its grip. Therefore, if you are experiencing frustration or fear with any aspect of your life, career, money, love, take a few moments a day and visualize how you want that area to look. When you begin to say negative things such as, I will never have the money to do the things I want, say to yourself, stop, and then repeat what you do want. I have enough money to do the things that I want. It takes some training, but before you know it, the things you don't want will begin to stop happening, and the things that you do want will start flowing. You can't hitchhike on somebody else's life, and if you do, you might just get pricked. Instead, you must find your own way and do the work yourself. There is always someone there to help light the lantern, but it is you who must keep the flame lit. Always know that there are those who believe in you. With every dream accomplished, or even a dream failed, remember that the most important thing is for you to continually dream the dream, no matter what. So, don't forget, we are coming up on the new moon. New moon affirmations are extremely powerful between the eclipses. So make sure that you are saying the right things out loud, because if you will the I don't wants, or I never will have, that will be your reality going forward. So you want to be positive. Now I do have videos out there, Moon Affirmations and morning meditations and breathing exercises, and what each of my videos has as an underlying is affirmations. And please, take the time to listen to one or two of them. And not so that you are repeatedly listening to them. If that's what you'd like to do, then that's great. But they're there more for a tool for you to grasp some words, some sentences that you can reflect in, that you can say on a daily basis, that it can become your mantra, that it can be part of your mission statement. And imagine going forward. And don't get caught up in the dramas, don't get caught up in the things that are a mess. Today is a day to just let it be. Okay, yes, meet your obligations, meet your responsibilities. You want to do those things. But most of it is imagining your future, dreaming of your future, allowing it to put a smile on your face, finding the happiness in it, and paying attention to those messages that you are getting on how to make the impossible possible in your life going forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.